Well, from investors' minds to suspicious minds, hundreds will don their blue suede shoes for the start of the annual Elvis Festival today in the New South Wales town of Parkes. And it also marks the King of Rock and Roll's 85th birthday. So what better way to pay tribute at the biggest and best Elvis event in the Southern Hemisphere? Joining me now live is the Mayor of Parkes, Ken Keith. Ken, good morning to you. I'm not sure if I should be calling you Ken or Elvis. You look absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Look, an absolute pleasure, Danica.
And look, by this costume, you're a fan. Are you a fan? How big of a fan are you?
Look, I'm a fan, and you can't live in Parkes and not be an Elvis fan, basically. We're all set for the 28th annual Elvis Festival here, and looking for a really great 5 days of over 200 different events.
Now, for those who don't know, what exactly is the Elvis Festival?
Look, it's a celebration of the music and life of Elvis Presley, and he had such a different genre of music that it appeals to so many different people: country music, gospel music, rock and roll music. So he was so talented that his music still lives on today, and everyone knows Elvis songs and sings and performs them.
Now, this is an annual event, but what are some of this year's highlights?
Look, we have Dean Z, who won the World Elvis Tribute Artist Competition in 2014 as our guest artist, coming back from America. We've got Joe Camilleri going on our Wall of Fame this year, and the Black Sorrows. They'll be performing tonight and kicking off the festival. We have a whole range of different events, including the street parade on the Saturday and the Elvis Gospel service on the Sunday, and they're forecasting a very cool weekend, only about 30 degrees in Parkes on Saturday and Sunday, so we're encouraging people to come along. The fires have affected things a little bit. We've had a few cancellations, and our hearts go out to the people affected by the bushfires. We're actually having a mayoral appeal over the Elvis Festival to enable those fans to contribute to the bushfire appeal.
And just on that, how important is it to try and have events like this to create some atmosphere and some life into a lot of these towns suffering from drought, but also, as you said, the bushfires? These sort of events bring people together.
Look, they do, and Parkes is in a very severe drought. We had our driest and hottest year ever on record last year, and the drought rolls on. It's into its 3rd year now, and it really is a very serious situation out here. And so getting visitors to come to regional centres and buy a cup of coffee, fill their car up with fuel and have a look at some of the local produce and craft work, it really does help regional communities keep going. And although we've had cancellations due to the fires, we've also had other people picking up on that they're looking for alternative things to do, and the Parkes Elvis Festival has caught their attention.
Why do you think that Elvis resonates with people after all these years? People just love Elvis and love the music. What do you think it is?
Look, I think it's the music. It really is. It touches everyone's tastes in some way or form. And the fact that it's the friendliest festival in Australia as well, and the friendly hospitality they receive in Parkes also makes it very unique. And we've won lots of awards into the Hall of Fame in New South Wales last year. We got a bronze medal in the National Festival Events Awards, and the Grey Nomads voted us the best event for Grey Nomads in Australia as well. So we're delighted that so many people, when they come to Parkes, have such a wonderful time.
And you did mention that Parkes has won a number of awards. It must be fantastic for tourism.
Look, it is. It's worth to our economy about $15 million, the 5 days of the Elvis Festival, not just to Parkes, but to the whole region, because we can't accommodate everyone, so they stay in Forbes and Orange and Cowra and Dubbo and come down to Parkes for the days of the festival. So it's really important for the region, and people don't just come out just for Elvis. They sometimes stay in the region and for a couple of weeks looking around at the various things that they have. And our radio telescope had a big year last year on the 50th anniversary of the moon landing, and it of course is one of our icon tourism attractions in Parkes as well.
Just finally, very quickly, I just want to ask you, what is your favourite song? That's the most important question here this morning.
Funnily enough, I like American Trilogy when I see that performed on stage by some of our guest artists. That really does make the hair stand up on the back of your neck.
Well, I must say, when I was driving into work today, I had to listen to a bit of In the Ghetto because I knew I'd be interviewing you today. Parkes Mayor Ken Keith, thank you so much for your time and all the best for the festival.
Thanks very much, Danica, and thanks very much to Sky for your wonderful coverage of this event.